Hi everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to read sheet music for piano or a keyboard in treble clef. This will work for any instrument that uses treble clef for their music. So as you can see here, I have 5 lines and notes either go on a line or the space in between. So how do we remember all of this? So there's an acronym that I like to use when I'm reading my music for either spaces or for lines. So let's do spaces first. The acronym that I like to use is called Every Girl Boy Does Fine. So the first letter of this acronym, so E, G, B, D, F, corresponds to the lines from the bottom to the top. So this would be E, this would be G, the third line would be B, this would be D, and this would be F. Now for the spaces, I like to use the acronym FACE. And each letter corresponds to each space. So this would be F, this would be A, this would be C, and this would be E. Again, it goes from the bottom to top, just like the line acronym, Every Girl Boy Does Fine. So now that you know how to read the notes, how do we read the rhythms of the notes? So these are whole notes, and what a whole note means is that it gets 4 beats in the time signature 4/4. But what about other notes? So right now I'm drawing what is called a quarter note. And in 4/4 to time signature, the quarter note gets 1 beat. And what we call a half note, this gets 2 beats. Now, if you add a half note and a quarter note together, you'll get is what is called a dotted half note, which it means gets 3 beats. Because 1 beat plus 2 beat equals 3 beats. And like I said before, a whole note gets 4 beats. But there's also notes that are less than a quarter note. This is called an eighth note. An eighth note gets half of what a quarter note gets. So it means it gets half a beat. And this is called a 16th note. A 16th note gets half of an eighth note, so that means it gets a quarter of a quarter note. So that means it gets 1/4 of a beat. Now this is only in the time signature 4/4. So what does that mean? It means that in a measure, and a measure it looks like this, with 5 lines in between it. In a measure, there can only be 4 total beats per measure. So we could have 4 quarter notes, 2 half notes, or a whole note, and that would get 4 beats. And 4/4 looks like this. So the top 4 means that you get 4 beats in one measure. But the bottom 4 means that a quarter note equals 1 beat. So you could have 4 quarter notes, 8 half notes, 8 eighth notes, 16th notes, 2 half notes, or a whole note. And that would fill this whole measure. So thank you for watching.